If a woman is lactose intolerant, but she has breast milk,
Some people say there's no bad questions.
so you're saying that was a bad question?
That was a bad question.
I don't think breast milk contains lactose.
Thank you, unknown entity.
I'm talking about all spicy Chick-fil-A sandwiches versus all butts.
I'm gonna go for all but. Wait.
Yeah, dude, you like the man butts.
I don't think there's any rules in Alabama.
Besides Roll Tide.
How does somebody become a sommelier?
Sommelier?
Sommelier.
Sommelier. Sommelier.
Sommelier. I had brunch today, sir.
Roll Tide.
What is it? 8:13 p.m. and brunch just ended?
It is
Holy.
8:13.
Yeah, I've been at brunch all day, man. I'm a little schwazy. What do the kids call it nowadays? Schwasted, schwazy? Jalapedated?
I honestly, top of my head, I can't think about anything right now about synonyms, antonyms, thesaurical words.
I was never, I always got A's in English, but if you asked me to name an adjective, I would look at you and go and hope that you would name one first.
You don't know an adjective?
I don't. Teach me right here, level.
Clean.
Okay, so it's
It's
ball.
a descriptive word.
Can you say, wait. Could I say like,
Tall.
see, this is where I'm lost.
Tall. It's
Really?
Yeah.
What about handsome? Which you are.
Yeah. Handsome
Clearly.
works.
So handsome is an adjective.
Yeah.
Because I could do verb, noun, anything else.
Is
Adjective is it's a word that describes a noun.
Thank you, unknown entity.
so what's was it a proverb for verbs then?
I think proverbs a portion in the Bible.
I think what you're talking about is adverbs.
Adverbs, thank you.
Proverb 8:13.
I
To
don't.
thou shall love, thou shall neighbor nith.
I didn't read the
6:8.
Bible.
Reading the Bible is a feat. Not like a feat, but like
It's a marathon.
a feat. Yeah.
It's a fucking marathon.
You gotta be dedicated. There's a lot of, I feel like, so I've used religion as a way to gain morals, a moral compass, because the Bible does explain a lot of things in weird stories that actually make sense though. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe I shouldn't kill people. Okay, yeah, maybe I shouldn't steal from the elderly.
That's super obvious though.
Is it?
Why do you need a book to tell you that?
Vikings, man. Vikings used to fucking plummet villages and
Vikings
just
are
rape women.
barbaric.
Right. And I guarantee it wasn't obvious to not rape women.
You think the Bible set people straight about raping women?
I don't know, did it?
No.
That's not good.
So the Bible is probably one of the last things to set people straight about raping women.
Yeah, Old Testament's weird. Old Testament is there was a portion in the Old Testament of this elderly man killing a bunch of young kids for basically disrespecting his baldness. I'm pretty sure. I'm reciting information, but I'm 100. Like, look that up at home right now. Actually, welcome back to the Wet Slap Podcast. This is episode 100 something. And if you're listening, viewing, watching any of those sort of things, like and subscribe. We have Kyle Baker on the podcast, and we also have an unknown entity. If you hear a voice, it's the voice in your head. It's the voice in Kyle's head. And yeah.
So I got a question to start it off.
Oh, shit.
Get things cooking, get your brain really working.
Hit me, brother.
And you can chime in too if you really want to. Let's say you wanted to rob a bank. How would you go about it? What would your method be?
Actually robbing a bank?
Like actually robbing a bank. So do you want me to start to sort of get the fluids going?
Sure.
Or at least throw some ideas out there?
I need some context. Like, is my mother dying of cancer and I need money quick?
You just want... No, there's no context. You just want money. You just want money.
I would just start an OnlyFans if that was the case.
But that's not my question.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's like, there's obviously some bank robberies are you slide them the note, you don't say anything, you say, I got a gun on my back, I need X amount of money, and no one gets hurt. Or there's like the breach option where you just go in, guns blazing, or like the hidden gun in the jacket. But how would you do it?
How would I do it? So I think first, what bank am I robbing? What's the name of the bank?
Bank.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in the bank with bank written on my shirt. I'm gonna be a fake employee, right?
Gotcha.
I'm gonna get behind the counter. It's my second day. It's my first day. Sorry, it's my first day, and I'm training.
Did you actually get hired?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
went through the process, but under a alter ego name, and I actually framed a old friend of mine that has done me wrong.
Unknown entity.
Unknown entity was my name. And so basically I get in there, they teach me the codes. There's a couple codes I don't know, so I befriend the guy who does know the codes. And I actually develop this sexual relationship with him or her, however I need to get to steal this bank. You know, like, I don't care. Either way, I just to get to this bank. Let's say it's a her. So anyways, I sleep with her. We become very close within 2 or 3 weeks. I tell her I need the codes for a very odd reason. And I just basically walk in and walk out under a different name. And I moved to Mykonos.
Where's Mykonos?
Don't ask me.
I'll be honest. I expected just such a simple answer. I didn't expect
Really?
like a 2 minute. Yeah, no.
You expected like a jacket, like pointing my finger in a
like
jacket?
jacket, got a car outside waiting, got a helicopter on the roof, something, but not a whole love life that turns into I'm getting the codes.
See, you're thinking about like a thriller. I'm thinking of like a romance.
Like, no, Tower Heist isn't a romance, but Tower Heist is sort of in that sense. But they didn't technically rob a bank; they uncovered the car.
Well, let's go ahead and flip it on you because clearly people ask questions because they haven't answered themselves. What's your answer?
I like the gun in the jacket. That shit is so funny to me. It's like you just put it in your pocket and you just up like fucking.
Would it be a
me
real
the money.
would it be a real gun or would you just be your finger?
Depends
like-
on what state I'm in. New York, no gun. That's illegal in New York
Tennessee, they would.
to rob a bank. That is, but yeah, no, the gun.
Nothing's illegal in New York, man. You could push somebody in the subway and just be considered mentally unstable and have the support of every person in New York behind you.
What does that say about New Yorkers?
I don't know.
I hope you know whatever you say. If you say it on
Yeah.
the podcast and clip it, you're gonna get hella
Well,
comments coming
I'm
at
just
you.
gonna
New
say-
Yorkers are defensive about being New Yorkers.
Right.
Same with people from Philly.
I saw the same. So there was a guy who pushed a woman, like just straight up, like just ran into a woman and pushed her down. Just like a middle-aged woman, just this white woman, very small. And this guy pushed her down, and it was the same guy that was harassing people and getting in people's faces in the subway. And he was choked to death, which nobody deserves death. Let me state that no one deserves death. That's a harsh topic. But let's just say a man pushes your mother in the subway. Does that man deserve death?
Yes.
Unknown entity answers. If somebody pushed if your mother was in the subway and a homeless man pushes your mother down, does he deserve death?
I don't know about death because he doesn't learn his lesson.
You're right.
It's just like that's sort of like the death penalty argument.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want them to be incarcerated for life where they just suffer and everything? Like, would I break that homeless man's leg? Hell yeah, because I know he
Right.
can't afford to get it fixed.
It deserves a fight for sure. It deserves, you want something bad to happen to him, but death might be the most freeing thing that can happen to him.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume most homeless people would rather be dead than the situation they're in.
Damn. Was that your throat, by the way?
No, that was me.
That was your
dude.
throat?
Yeah, dude. It
Yeah,
sounded
I
like a
heard it.
fucking frog.
It did. But in other news, on a less touchy subject, by the way, I want you to know that this is a completely free thinking and having fun sort of podcast show. So I want you to have your own opinion on that. And if it's different from any of us, I embrace that the same way me and Kyle disagree on that subject. If somebody pushes my mom, they deserve... I'm not going to stop until somebody pulls me off. And if nobody's there to pull me off, they just might end up... It's just I guess that's like a mother complex though. Apple Vision Pros. I think phones will be obsolete very soon. I think eventually there will be some sort of glasses that do what a phone does and more. And Apple Vision Pros is the first thing on track to that.
Yeah, I mean it's like the Google glasses was like 5-10 years ago that came out. That's
Just
what they
ahead of its
wanted to
time.
be. Yeah. Well, they were really problematic as it is. I don't know the exact issues of them, but they discontinued them real fucking fast.
It's because of the camera on them. I think it was because of the camera. People thought that was odd.
But I think with the Apple Vision, what's going to end up happening is people are going to end up losing their eyesight. I think of it like this. There's going to be, if your screens are in front of you, something's going to happen with either the brightness, the tone, or something that's going to destroy somebody's vision. And that's where they're going to have to reconstruct the whole thing. If that makes sense.
Well, I think...
Because, I mean, think about it. How do your eyes feel after staring at a computer screen for 2 hours?
Yeah, they hurt.
They hurt. So that's what you're doing with that, with the Apple Vision.
I like that you bring that up, and I'm curious if anybody at Apple has thought about that, because I'm sure the thought of having two 4K Retina displays, two separate 4K Retina displays right in front of each eyeball, I'm sure, and I hope they've done some sort of blue light blocking for your eyes.
And one step further too, will there be prescription Apple Visions?
Yeah, 100%.
You think so?
It's going to be, I mean,
But think about how expensive that would be. If the basic Apple Vision now is what, $3,500 that's going to start out at? Just the basic model? Imagine the prescription model. That's going to be insane.
I think this is the flight, and this is for people who are obsessed with tech and people who have a lot of money who can just blow it on some cool tech. But eventually there is going to be a $400 option, like an SE version.
I was just about to say that. I was like, there's going to be an iPhone SE version of the glasses.
And it's going to be, so people who don't know, because our viewers maybe haven't seen the viral news, Apple Vision Pros could be deemed as just a VR headset, but it's much more than that. It's also augmented reality and virtual reality. Augmented reality is where it uses the world around you and just adds to it. So you could be sitting in a living room without a TV, and there'll be a TV just plastered on the wall in front of you. You could be without your friends, and holograms of your friends will pop up sitting in the same room as you. You could be wanting to play a game of cards and you don't have a deck of cards and you don't have friends, but you could call in to a group of friends and play with fake cards that you don't even have that just appear in your hands. You can look at things, and when you look at things, it selects it, and then you do this to select it. So it hovers over it when you look at it, and you do this with your fingers to select it. It's AR, it's augmented reality. It's fucking weird. It's just what's next. If you told somebody in even 1998 that we would all be walking around with M1 chip, iPhone 12 Pros, iPhone 14 Pros, that could do anything we wanted, they would trip. They would trip balls.
I truly thought before the like augmented reality glasses will come out for like the Apple Vision, I really thought holographic phones were going to be the next thing.
Yeah.
Like your whole phone was just like a little microchip you held in your hand, and it would just project.
You were almost right, though. It's just that it's going to be projecting from your eyeballs rather than from your hand.
I don't know. It doesn't seem very, what's the word? Not easy, but not accessible either.
Practical.
Practical, there you go.
Unknown entity. He's great. Did you see the feature where, okay, so PJ, throw up an image of the Apple Vision Pros. There's a feature where it's like a ski mask and it shows your eyeballs, and it's not a transparent thing. It's a screen on the outside of the ski goggles of the Apple Vision Pros that shows your eyeballs, but it's actually a camera facing your eyeballs and showing it on the TV outside of it. It
so
looks
people
weird.
Can see your eyes?
Imagine dad is at your birthday. Dad's at your birthday. If you have a dad, sorry. Dad's at your birthday. And he's wearing these huge goggles, and you know his fake eyes are right here, recording his eyeballs inside the mask. And he's actually recording your birthday, walking around with this thing that's a camera, also taking pictures and recording so he can save it and rewatch the memory from his point of view, his exact perspective. If that's not a Black Mirror episode, I don't know what is. That's a Black Mirror episode.
It literally is a Black Mirror episode.
I've seen that one. Yep. Literally.
That's nuts. That's actually nuts. I've never seen Black Mirror. I've just heard crazy shit about it.
There's a episode.
I'm not a TV watcher.
There's an episode in Black Mirror, and it's my clear favorite. It's called Hang the DJ. And it's this dating app, but it actually takes you from the real world and puts you in this fake world. And it gives you a certain amount of time with this person to date. And so say me and this girl got matched. We look at our phones on our first date and it says 72 hours. So we're meant to be together for 72 hours and then we go on to the next date. And it keeps doing that until it analyzes who you are, what you like, what you don't like, until you find your perfect match. But
I was about to say, what's the twist of the episode?
So the twist is it's not about who the system helps you find. It's about breaking the system with that person and going, you know what? I'm sick and tired of doing this dating thing. Me and you just got to get out of this system together. We got to climb the wall that we're not supposed to climb. We got to go against the security that pops out whenever we're going to locations we're not supposed to be in. So it's like if you rebel together, you're meant to be together. If nothing can stop your love, not even the simulation can stop your love, you're meant to be together. And so you literally shows them climbing over the wall of this world. They climb the wall and then boom, they appear in this other room and they're matched, and it's a 99.9% match. And they're meant to be together by breaking the wall together. Black Mirror. Black Mirror.
I'll just have to watch it.
Black Mirror.
I got lost.
Did you really?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I zoned out. The voices started talking to me on the inside, and I was like, I'm just gonna listen to you guys.
Yeah, Kyle's schizophrenic.
It happens to the best of us.
I feel like that's just such a scary thing. Actually being schizophrenic.
This episode is sponsored by Rebel. Rebel has a smell-proof bag that's not only smell-proof, but it comes with a built-in rolling tray. We got 4 Ziploc baggies, a UV glass stash jar, and two doob tubes. Not only does it have all of those accessories and is completely smell-proof, it also has a TSA grade combination lock, so no one can open this unless you want them to. You'd have to tell them their code. My code's 000 because I'm an idiot. We love this bag. This bag is literally the best. We use it everywhere. Mr. Go Get the Gas uses it. And not only that, you know we're all about saving money. We got a code for you. WETSLAP10 for 10% off your purchase. WETSLAP10. Also, there's a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like the bag, send it back. You will love the bag. Also, there's a lifetime warranty. If something happens with the bag, you let them know. They'll take care of you. These are selling fast. We have this ad read a lot. These are flying off the shelves. If they're on shelves, they might not be on shelves. They might be on a floor or in a box. They're flying out of a box. Thank you, Rebel, for sponsoring this episode. As always, love you guys. Back to the program.
Can we take the glasses off? I feel like I'm just like not here with the glasses on.
Me neither.
I felt like
I'll
I was
take
in
them
like a
off.
fucking room. Like I was being fucking constricted.
I'm going to wear them like this for a little bit.
Do your thing, man.
Schizophrenia is a scary thing because you can't stop yourself from having it.
Don't do drugs.
Drugs can bring it out, but also it's very genetic.
Oh, dude, I had such a... Speaking of like medical stuff, I had a really good medical question earlier for you.
Oh shit, hurt hit me.
So that's perfect. So lactose intolerant people.
Okay.
So if a woman is lactose intolerant, I said lactose intolerant, but she has breast milk inside of obviously her breasts, that obviously isn't the same dairy that's come from a cow, so they're not allergic to that, correct?
Correct.
Okay, good. That was my question.
I don't think breast milk contains lactose.
That's what I was thinking earlier, but I was like, dude, this is a perfect question to ask on the podcast.
Yeah, mother cows give baby cows milk that has lactose inside of it.
Okay, what do boobs have?
They don't have lactose. I think they're high in certain specific vitamins that are required for infants to grow. I can't name those vitamins right now, but there's a very specific things and very specific nutrients that are given to infant humans that are required for very specific processes to occur.
Interesting. Okay. That makes a whole lot of sense. I figured that would be the answer because I was like, there's no way this answer just isn't simply on the internet. But I was like, fuck it, ask it later.
Some people say there's no bad questions, but I'm a firm believer in there's bad questions.
So you're saying that was a bad question?
That was a bad question. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say that was a I feel like that was a good scientific question.
It's not that was a bad question. It was just a question that had a really quick answer.
Well, I knew it would have a quick answer though. I just wanted the explanation. But
yeah, I'm not dogging you. I'm just
you're dogging me.
I'm just having fun with it.
You're dogging me, no rap, dude.
You a dog person or a cat person?
You already know the answer to that. Dogs. Cats suck, dude.
All the time? Cats are, I'm going to be honest.
99% of the time, cats suck. In my opinion. I know that people have their own opinion. People think dogs suck. And I get why people hate dogs. But cats suck in my eyes. 100%. 99%.
Cats are medium knowledge. All cats are pretty medium knowledge. But you either have a smart dog or a dumb dog. But you never really have a dumb cat or a smart cat. You just have a cat with medium knowledge.
I feel like all cats, unless they have a mental disorder, have the same amount of knowledge.
Yeah. But dogs, it's like you know when a dog's special. And it's usually the ones that won't stop jumping on you.
That's the thing though, like the special dogs are fucking cute. The smart dogs are just fucking great.
I was talking about this. I think when somebody has something a little ugly about them, it makes them cuter.
Like what?
Like big noses. I think when somebody has a big nose, like they're them, but then they have a big old nose. And it's like, yeah, the big nose is a little off-putting.
Like, are you talking about like a whole schnoz? Like, what's the Adam Sandler movie where it's him at prom and he has the giant, it was,
Wedding. No.
it was before the one where Jennifer Aniston, I think it was.
They have so many movies.
Because they did
go
the
with it.
plastic, just go with it. Where he was like the plastic surgeon, but then he did plastic surgery on his nose, but it showed him at prom with the fucking schnoz, like the freaking toucan beak. You talking about like that size nose or?
Well, I mean, that's unhuman size. That's like, I'm making a movie and we're going to exaggerate this joke size. But there's a lot of girls with big noses. And if they wear it right, it makes them cuter. It makes them more attractive. The same way like when a guy isn't classically attractive, but he wears his skin well, it makes him really attractive.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I 100% get what you're saying. Someone that's not insecure about themselves, but has the confidence for what they are.
Yeah.
Insignificant flaws make people seem more genuine.
True.
Blowing my mind.
Care to elaborate?
I basically just summed up everything both of you just said.
But just in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like what, 6 words? That's significant flaws. What was the rest of it? I had brunch today, sir. In Winter Park. Great location, by the way.
Are ugly feet an automatic no?
No.
But
I do like cute feet, but it depends if they're gross feet or if they're ugly feet.
like I'm talking about like a size 13
That could be
and
cute.
ugly.
That could be cute.
Like a girl with my feet.
That could be cute.
Could it?
You got some big honkers.
That,
I ain't gonna lie.
that's what I'm saying.
Is everything else normal size though?
Size 11. I would hope so.
Those are size 11? Because those look bigger than my feet and I'm size 12.
Yeah,
You must
these
like
are, these are 11s.
You must like your shoes tight.
No, I feel like look at the slippers are size 11.
What else do you like tight? Let's name things that are better when they're tight. Wait, let's do Steve Harvey version though. Name something that's better when it's tight.
A muscle shirt, Steve. A muscle shirt.
30 points. Okay, I'm gonna name something that's better when it's tight. Oh shit. Podcasts make me nervous. I want to address the
I
elephant
would say
in the room.
Family Feud. There's only like 5 seconds.
Oh shoot. But I didn't click my button yet. Hold on. I'm about to click my button.
You still have 5 seconds, even without the button. Might be 3 seconds.
Jeans.
Good answer. Good answer. Jeans. That's so funny. Oh,
I think vagina's better when it's okay. Anyways, go ahead.
whoa. Get personal. The 10-year plan.
10-year plan
What-
right now.
Like, yeah, from 10 years from now, where do you see yourself?
Making inspiring movies.
Short movies, long movies, Hollywood movies, YouTube movies.
If YouTube's still the platform, which I think it will be, I think there'll be videos out there that are just kind of like masterpieces that people can go back to. Just videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there already is like short,
Right.
just masterpiece videos out there. But
Yeah. So 10 years. So 10 years from now, I think there's gonna be. I'm gonna still be producing content, but not to make content and be a content creator, but content that just is life. It's just like, oh, that's just fucking great.
so are you going to be on the producing end? Like when it comes to like writing the scripts, or are you going to be on the end of like the video creation of it all?
What's beautiful about YouTube? Probably both. I'll probably be on both sides.
Okay.
Just because it's gonna be the brand of me doing that. I'll be a little bit of both, but I'll have probably like 4 runners on both sides.
And do you have any skill in like any experience in like if it's animation or directing at all?
Oh, I would love to actually direct an actual. I mean, animation. I'd of course have to hire a lot of people, but that would be me more so writing the script. But I'm talking about me writing the script, doing the pre-production, but also being the main person that's doing this outlandish thing in front of the camera.
And then like how do you think you're gonna, I don't want to say, obviously there's obviously certification degree in directing, but how do you think you'll gain the experience of directing to get yourself to that spot?
Making 500 videos before that.
Okay. And then I guess the sort of compliment question of that is who's gonna teach you? Because obviously if you make a video and you feel like it's good, but it's not getting the views that you think it deserves, and you don't have someone telling you, hey, this is what you're missing, this is what you need to put in these videos, where do you think you'll find that person?
Either mentorship or listening to just those around me who care.
Okay.
So whether I have a mentor that's been there, done that, or whether it's just listening to the people around me saying what's good and what's not. What's your tenure?
My tenure, international purchasing, man. When it comes to
International
alcohol-
purchasing?
Yeah, when it comes to alcohol, I would love to be in the, I don't like wholesale work. Obviously sounds awesome. Getting like into a business where it's just you're buying all these brands from overseas and selling to the big markets. That would be awesome. But I would love to be in the side where I'm finding these vineyards, these distilleries across the whole entire globe and being like, yeah, I discovered these people and I'm going to purchase these and somehow sell these to either whether it's like ABC where I get it on board with ABC, or I'm working that wholesale where I'm like, hey, Walmart, hey, Total Wine, check these guys out. Buy this shit from me.
So you're basically recruiting, but instead of for like collegiate football, you're recruiting for alcohol.
I wouldn't say it's recruiting in the sense. It's more or less I'm sort of the middleman where these vineyards or these distilleries will sell their product to me. They'll pitch their idea to me, sell their product to me. I like that product, but now it's my job to sell it off to the bigger picture. And that bigger picture is Total Wine, Walmart, ABC, whatever liquor store there is out there, wine store.
How does somebody become a sommelier?
Sommelier?
Say it again.
Sommelier.
Sommelier.
Sommelier. Sommelier.
Sommelier. Am I still saying it right?
Well, it's sommelier.
Am I wrong?
But
Yeah, I'm not gonna even try again.
there's
I'm defeated.
there's certifications. So obviously there's 4 different things that people do. So there's Gallo Academy, which is run by the Gallo family of wines. Gallo owns shit ton of wine brands out there. So it's like obviously I don't know if Barefoot's under their umbrella, but it's like Barefoot, Woodbridge, Josh, all under that Gallo umbrella. They do a whole academy where you just do online work, and there's levels to it. There's the CSW, which is the certified I forget what it is. Some of wine. I forget what it is. I'm feeling like an idiot right now. That's sort of like the middle line. That's equivalent to like level 2 and everything. But it's just one exam. and you get that CSW logo next to your name. You can work pretty much most everywhere for one with that certification.
That's dope.
But it's a hard certification. And then there's the sommelier, which is it's the Court of Sommelier exam. So it's like there's a certain tasting course, there's a visual course, there's a regions course, but there's levels to it. So and then there's that, and then WSET,
Holy.
which I'm doing WSET right now. But obviously, I think I'll do WSET up to level 2 or level 3, get my CSW, and then go from there. Because I have no need to be a sommelier because I don't plan on working in food in restaurant business.
Right.
I have no plan on that. I don't want to be anywhere near a kitchen, anywhere near food, stuff like that.
I remember you made that decision when you first left the other business that you were in with food. You said you would never work with food again.
Yeah, it's. I hate to say it's gross because obviously the restaurant we worked in was not gross at all.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be anywhere near where my creation is what people are judging. I want it to be
Ooh.
on my decision making that people are judging, my character that people are judging, not what my hands are doing.
So let's go back to that. That's an interesting thought. You don't want to be in anything where your creation is being judged by others. You want them to judge
My decision making and my like enthusiasm and character to sell the product.
So service. You want to be more service, less product.
Yeah, but it's sort of like, I guess so. The next level for me at ABC would be sales manager, and that would be pretty much what I was saying, where I would get the vineyards from like France, Italy, and all that kind of stuff. But ABC would almost pretty much trust my judgment to bring it in. Like obviously they have a tasting panel at ABC where I'd serve it to them, but 90% of those people trust the judgment of the sales manager. So whatever I bring in is just going into a store.
Okay.
And
I see
so
what you're
the
saying.
judgment day is our customers buying the product that I brought in that I thought was really good.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I want to do.
Have you ever heard of the Yips?
Yeah. It's a big thing in sports.
Yeah. I kind of just discovered it, and it's happened to me before. It's happened to people around me before, where you play a sport so much and you train so much that you start to lose the fundamentals of the sport, and you can't even do a simple task to the point where you have to take a step away and do something else for a little bit, and to come back and actually be able to do a simple fundamental of your sport. So if you play basketball 10 times, pretty much all the time, twice a day, eventually for some reason you'll run into the yips every once in a while where you can't even do a simple in and out, or a layups just start to feel awkward and weird.
Yeah. It's like, what's his name in the 95 NBA finals for the Magic at the free throw line? You know who I'm talking about.
Shaquille?
No, it wasn't Shaquille. It was, I forget what his name, was it Horace? No, it wasn't Horace Grant. It was somebody.
Was he dark skinned?
Yes. But he was on the
Why
team.
do you say it like I should have known?
It was game 1 against the Rockets. And pretty much we were, I think, up by 1 or 2. And he got a 3-point foul, whatever they call a 3-point foul. Is that proper term for it?
Fouled up. Yeah, he's
Fouled
got
at
3 shots.
Yeah. So he got 3 shots, missed all 3 shots, and they made the game winner and then
Jeez.
swept us.
And is he considered a good shooter? Whoever this unnamed dark skin is?
It was someone that should have made at least 2 out of 3 shots.
Oof.
Yeah. So yips. Or like in baseball, literally, last year, this guy named Alek Manoah, he's a pitcher, came top 3, and it's called Cy Young, which is best pitcher award in their respective league. He got bumped down all the way to rookie ball this year because he got the yips. So he's not even in the big leagues anymore, and he was considered a top 3 pitcher last year. But he was doing so bad this year with some rule changes that they just sent him all the way down, not even AAA, which is like the G League for NBA.
Dang.
So he's like all the way down. Probably never will see the major leagues again.
How's our friend doing? AJ.
He's good, man.
Is he what with baseball? How's
He
doing?
just finished JUCO. I forget what school in Florida, but I think he has a couple offers for D1 baseball. I'm not sure exactly where he's going. I don't think he's made up his mind yet. But he broke like every record at the school he was playing at.
So it was good for him in the long run.
Yeah, like he won, I think, conference player of the year. He broke like every school record, most of the conference records. Like he killed it.
He wasn't he offered straight out of high school to go to MLB on a smaller contract?
Yeah,
But he decided to play college in hopes
decided to play college in hopes that he would go further.
And do you think he's on track to doing that right now?
He possibly could. I haven't seen him play since he was at FSU, but hearing what I'm hearing from his family, it sounds like he's doing good and might be back on track.
That's a big decision to make straight out of high school.
It's a tough decision to make because a lot of those MLB teams offer you that lowball money that's super attractive to an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
When in the long run, it's like, sure, you're getting that crazy good signing bonus, but will you ever sniff the major leagues?
The movie Moneyball is about that Cinderella season with the Oakland A's, right? The Oakland Athletics.
Mhm. I wouldn't say it was Cinderella, but
What would you call it?
Statistically savvy.
What?
They played their cards right.
So that's a true story. Would you mind breaking down what that actually was for baseball that year and that team?
So
It's a masterpiece. Putting you on the spot.
So Moneyball is pretty much all these teams thought that flashy and star players would win them games. Pretty much what that Athletics were in last place, so they decided they had two really flashy players in Jeremy Pena and someone else, I forgot, but they dumped them out and kept flipping players pretty much. Instead of the home run stat, the hit stat, and all that kind of stuff, they went for the on base stat, which is walks, hits, anything to get on base. And they went strictly for that stat and then pretty much just went to, I think it was the ALCS and lost it, I think. Yeah, it was like somewhere in the playoffs and lost it. They went from being the worst team to one of the best teams. They won, I think, like 21 in a row.
Damn. I mean, we're witnessing history right now. We're witnessing possibly a documentary in the near future with Miami Heat being in the championship. And I know you say you haven't been following basketball, but Miami Heat coming in through the play-in tournament, losing the first game in the play-in tournament, and then barely skating by, beating Chicago Bulls to get into the playoffs. And they have now beat the number 1 seed, the number 2 seed, and was the New York Knicks the 4th or 3rd seed? The 3rd or 4th seed. And now they're playing the number 1 seed in the West, Denver Nuggets in the championship. It's the first time an 8th seed has even been there, gotten there. And it's all led by 3 players in the starting lineup that were undrafted. Have you ever heard of undrafted players ever competing at the highest level in the championship in the biggest league in the world?
Yeah.
Well, now.
Yes. There's a bunch of NFL players that go undrafted that go on to be stars.
Well, NFL is different because that's like, I'm going to eat a bunch of pancakes and just fucking hit you as hard as I can.
I'm not talking about that's linemen. That's linemen and linebackers. I'm talking about like skill players. Like there's a couple legendary quarterbacks that were undrafted. Like didn't even get thought of, were picked up as just backups and they became Hall of Famers. Damn.
But well, okay.
I need to stop drinking.
So I don't follow
shit.
NFL, so maybe you have that there. But in the NBA, it's not a thing. The NBA has always been star talent. Whoever has the most star talent is most likely going to win the championship. But as of recent years, Miami Heat is the team that's showing you have a culture, you have players that do their role very well, and that can break out of that role slowly but surely and become star players. It's just crazy. I mean, you look at Max Strus, he doesn't even look like he can get a single bucket, but he's a walking bucket. Jimmy Butler was homeless, undrafted, knew he might make money overseas, so he started playing basketball seriously, talked to some people, and made it to the NBA. I burped too. Excuse me. PJ, put a burp soundtrack over my burp.
I'll put like a freaking rubber ducky.
He's like, I'm not doing that. He's like, you have to pay me more.
But I would say that they could get a movie, but it's like in the past 5 years, there's been so many better sports stories than what the Heat are doing right now. That would have to
5 years? Past 5 years?
I could say in the past 3 years. 4 years. 4 years.
What league are we talking about?
All of them. Do you want me to go into it?
Yeah.
The 2019 Washington Nationals in baseball, same situation as the Heat. They were a wild card team, very dead last wild card team. Didn't even have home field advantage in the wild card game. Went all the way to World Series, beat the number 1 ranked American League team, the Astros, in the World Series. Boom. There's
And they
one.
won the World Series?
They won the World Series.
But who
And
knows that other than you?
A lot of people.
Did you know that? Answer it truthfully. 2019 Washington Nationals.
No.
Okay.
Okay. What about the golf? What's his name? Last weekend, the golfer that was a club pro that came top 15 in the PGA Championship and qualified for next year's PGA Championship.
Oh, that's dope. I did see that post. I
That
saw
one-
a couple posts.
That's a goal. What about St. Peter's in the NCAA tournament?
Well, listen, okay. All right.
St. Peter's in the NCAA tournament is a way better story than if the Heat even win the finals.
That's not true. Don't downplay what the Heat are doing
Whoa.
right now.
Dude, have you ever seen St. Peter's gym? It looks like a high school gym. And they made it all the way to the Final Four.
In other news, so what's happening in the golf world right now?
Oh, the Live Tour merger.
So what's going on with this?
So pretty much the Saudi Arabians have unlimited money. They pulled like 6 out of the 10 best golfers in the PGA to go play on the Live, offered them guaranteed money, where the PGA was not offering guaranteed money. It was pretty much if you placed, I think it was only like the top 40 get even notable prizes. I think like top 40 gets 50,000 or something like that. And that's even in big tournaments. But pretty much the PGA was starting to try to pay their players a bigger purse, like bigger winnings, and was pretty much running out of money. So their only option was to go to the table with the Saudis and make an agreement with the Saudis for them to fund it. But now the Saudis have a say in the PGA. So now all the Live players who weren't allowed to do PGA events are not allowed to go play PGA events. Same with PGA players. Now they're going to be allowed to go play Live events. And they're flipping the whole golf world upside down just to get golfers paid.
Wow.
While at the same time, Jay Monahan, I don't know if he's the CEO or spokesperson of PGA. He originally said he would never give in to the Saudis because of 9/11. But now he gave in to the Saudis, and now all the golfers, all the PGA golfers are pissed at him, not because he gave in to the Saudis to get them more money. They're happy about that. But there was like half of the golfers right now that are in the top 50 got offered to go play at Live, but he convinced them to stay, and they were offered like 150 million to go play, guaranteed money to go play for the Saudis. And he like convinced them, we'll never give in, it'll be worth it for you in the long run. But then he just ended up giving in to them, which was scumbag move. Scumbag, number one scumbag. Like I'm pretty sure they're gonna end up forcing him to resign.
What's so wrong with Live just being a more profitable organization that just overstumps PGA as the top leading golf?
So Live was, for the long run, I don't think Live was gonna make it at all. Saudis have unlimited money, so they could have kept it going as long as they wanted. So it wasn't about PGA outdoing them in viewership. PGA outdoes them in viewership as it is. Live was getting little to no viewers outside of the Middle East. Like their only their only viewer sponsor was from CW. No one watches CW. So it's pretty much like, how long can the Saudis pay these players to be overseas and slowly start picking the PGA players apart from the PGA and bring them over one by one until the PGA finally gives up and says, okay, we'll go to the table with you and make an agreement.
That should be a movie.
That will
should
be a movie. I mean, they made a show about it.
That's a lot to take in.
It's a whole lot. It's a lot to take in if you haven't been keeping up.
But I still just am forgetting the part where it's just bad for Live to be the better organization than PGA.
That's the thing. They were never gonna be the bad organization. And realistically, Live was fantastic for golf. It caused a rivalry between PGA and Live. It got people watching golf, and now it's gonna get golfers paid more because PGA couldn't pay their players, so now they have to be funded from the Saudis. Which, I mean, obviously, I'd rather have anybody else but the Saudis funding PGA. I'd rather be the royal family from fucking England for all I fucking care. And I hate the royal family.
Why?
But what?
Why?
Why what?
Why would you want anyone but the Saudis?
I don't like the aspect of what's his name? Mohammed bin Salman just having unlimited money and doing whatever the fuck he wants with that money. Because at the end of the day, the Saudis are going to end up owning every sports league in the United States.
It's the power of unlimited
Wow.
money.
So, I mean, in my opinion, that sucks. Obviously, it will end up being better for sports because they will have better funding for these sports to where they can make them exciting. They can make, like F1, how F1 travels the world. They could do that for every sport for all they want. I hate that it's coming from the Saudis just because I know how shit runs over there. Or at least I've heard how shit runs over there.
I heard Saudi's a party.
Have you heard about the city that they're building?
The wall.
The line, the wall, whatever it is.
It's like inside the wall.
I just don't see how that's going to be sustainable.
What they did is they made a blueprint and then posted it on Instagram and knew it would be the most viral thing in the world.
They're actually building it.
Have they started? Like they actually have gotten some
I don't know if
headway?
they broke ground on it, but apparently they've started like not funding it, but sort of, I guess breaking ground would be the word.
I don't know if I would want to live in a wall, in a line. It makes sense. I feel like it's effective and it's efficient. But since when has life been all about efficiency and effectiveness? Since forever.
Pretty much.
Sometimes you just gotta talk out loud to come to realizations. You notice that?
How do you talk not out loud?
In other news. Yeah. Do you think your thoughts are words, or do you think your thoughts are just, you already know what your thoughts are? Does that make sense? Like, do you think about words, or do you just like think about thoughts?
I'll take it a step further. If your thoughts were projected out loud, do you think it would only be a language that you could understand? Like, obviously it's transcribed to English in your head, but if they were projected out loud, would it be just gibberish or would it be...
Tree.
Yeah. Think about it.
Yeah. It'd be gibberish. What are you looking up over there? Unknown entity. An answer?
He got his Be Real notification.
I'm not on social media of any kind.
Unknown entity, it just fucking lays it out. Just straight up.
I was looking up the muscle that moves when you think.
What's the muscle?
I forget.
Your glutes?
Trying to find it.
I think
Glutes are powerful muscles. Glutes are slept on.
glutes are top 5. Think about it.
In the world?
They're top 5.
In the world?
Yeah.
Yeah, butts are top 5.
I was about to say butts are definitely
Butts
top
are-
5.
Butts might be one. Like,
I mean, I just said top 5. You can organize it however you want, but
True.
glutes are top 5.
but think about it. A nice butt.
But you got to think about the Chick-fil-A spicy sandwich. Where does that rank in the top 5?
Okay. Okay, let's be okay.
I just said things in the world. I didn't say muscles. I just said things in the world.
What? Do you have an answer over there, or were you just pointing at me?
When you think, inside your mind, small muscles in your throat mimic the formation of each word. And scientists in NASA are working on a machine that would detect these muscle movements to transcribe them into words. Like real life reading minds.
All right, now explain that to me like I'm 6.
If you're 6 and can't understand that, you shouldn't be 6.
Let's get back to
Who
the
invited unknown entity?
unknown. Let's get back to the butt versus spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich ordeal we have going on. A really nice butt. You see it, it's right there. I don't know what you want to do. I don't know what you want to say. I don't know what you want to you can do whatever you want. You just see a butt.
So I'm assuming
Or-
I'm taking the side of the spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich on
A
this.
spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich right there. And you could go either that way or that way. As soon as you get to the other thing disappears. You're going towards a spicy sandwich.
Well, assuming all Chick-fil-A regulations, there's all Chick-fil-A spicy fillets are all the same size. All butts are not the same size.
Correct. So you're going to the butt.
Um,
That's where I'm going with it.
but it's all bun. Chick-fil-A sandwiches have bun, filet, pickles, and bread on the buns.
Those buns don't have pickles.
What?
I'm gonna be honest.
Also, when you say butts too, you're thinking of man butts too. You're adding man. You're not just thinking about women butts, man butts too. That's your side
That might
too.
be it.
No. I'm just saying.
No, I'm
like,
talking about
when-
a very specific butt, and it just so happens to be the exact one that you curate in your own mind when you think about the perfect
so you're
butt.
so it's the perfect butt
the perfect
versus
one.
perfect Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah.
That's the perfect butt. But I'm talking about all spicy Chick-fil-A sandwiches versus all butts.
I'm gonna go for all butt. Wait.
Yeah, dude, you like
Do
the
I
man
have-
butts.
Do I have to indulge in all butts, or can I just have access?
You like all butts. All butts.
Going for Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Even dog butts, man.
Dude, that's like illegal in every state except for Tennessee.
I think Mississippi too.
Alabama.
Is it Alabama too? Bestiality?
I don't think there's any rules in Alabama.
Besides Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
I have something to announce to the public. I just want to say this. If you go to a restaurant and you order something and you tell them to add in or take out of a very specific recipe, don't order that item. Don't order that item. If you want a Chick-fil-A sandwich the way Truett Cathy, the creator of Chick-fil-A, intended a Chick-fil-A sandwich to be, and you ask for no pickles, don't order the Chick-fil-A sandwich. Order nuggets. Order strips. If you don't want the salmon caperi at an Italian restaurant, if you want a salmon caperi at an Italian restaurant and you don't want the tomatoes on the top, don't order the salmon caperi. Order chicken tenders.
Is it bad to go to an Indian restaurant and ask for anything without curry?
If you go to an Indian restaurant and you ask for anything without curry, knowing damn well every recipe requires the use of curry,
That's pretty bullshit, man.
I've definitely done that.
don't go to an Indian restaurant.
But did you choose to go to the Indian restaurant yourself?
No.
That's kind of, if you choose to go somewhere and then try to fuck with whatever it is, that's where I would sort of draw a line. Like if you went to an Indian restaurant and said, man, I love this place, but it's got to be without curry.
I actually went back and ordered a dish that had plenty of curry and it was great.
What was your problem with curry the first time?
I don't like curry, but I'm trying to get used to it because there's a lot of kinds of foods I would like to like.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely go to Chick-fil-A and ask for no pickles on my Chick-fil-A sandwich every time.
I would ask you to exit, but I actually like you in general. If you order a chicken marsala at an Italian restaurant,
Hold the marsala.
and you say hold the marsala or hold the mushrooms, don't order a chicken mushroom marsala.
You know what's crazy? So my dad made the Marry Me chicken a couple days ago, and it has mushrooms in it, and I love mushrooms. And in my head, I was like, I feel like there's two different people in the world. There's people that love mushrooms, and then there's people that say they hate mushrooms, but I've never tried mushrooms.
Grown adults that won't try new foods, that's an ick.
It is an ick.
Huge. Oh my, it's like, dude, my sister's 26 and she eats like a 5-year-old. Drives me nuts.
Dinosaur chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Pizza, burger. Like that's all she fucking eats. It's like, dude, like there's a world of food out there and you're just limiting yourself to half of a percent of the food out there that you'd probably like.
If we're speaking to you right now and you're one of those people, I do want to say if you're afraid of seafood in general,
Sign off.
just
Just turn off the fucking video. I don't want to see you fucking watching me.
the perfect introduction to seafood would be a classic salmon with a lemon wedge on top. Cooked salmon,
Fried.
don't do raw. No, what?
If they don't like seafood, you have to fry it.
Fried salmon?
You have to do something fried. You think they're just gonna dig into
Well,
it? Just
fried
like,
shrimp I have never seen fried salmon.
I bet it's out there. I've seen baked salmon
Yeah, I bake salmon.
with breadcrumbs.
Not with breadcrumbs. I don't do that.
You've never seen baked salmon with breadcrumbs.
I'm sure it's happened.
So
I'm sure it's happened, but I don't know if it's a thing. Just like sucking toes. You know, I've never done it myself, but like I know it's happened. Yeah. Salmon's a perfect introduction to seafood. Salmon doesn't taste
Did you
like
hire this guy?
salmon doesn't taste like it came out of the ocean. Salmon just tastes good.
I mean, you could do tilapia too. Tilapia is a very non-fishy fish, in my opinion. Obviously, someone out there be like, "That's the fishiest of the fish," but
Really? You
Tilapia
know,
is kind of gross.
you don't like tilapia.
Farm raised tilapia is really unsanitary because they live in sewage-like conditions.
I eat crawfish, dude. There's nothing sanitary about crawfish either.
I mean, they just live in mud, so they taste like mud, but I love them. It's like mini lobsters.
I love crawfish.
But tilapia, farm raised tilapia, I don't know. I can't do it, especially knowing the conditions they're raised in. It's just disgusting.
see, I don't like either. I don't like crawfish or tilapia. But if I went to a seafood restaurant and the chef came out and came up to my table and say, I make the best tilapia, or I have a great crawfish seasonal thing on the menu right now with fucking garlic aioli, I would say, hit me. And I would try it. Maybe it's not my favorite, but I would like go in there wanting to taste somebody else's creation.
Dude, you could put garlic aioli on a trash bag and I would eat that shit. Garlic aioli is insane.
It's top tier.
Oh my, aioli in general, like the chipotle aioli. That's what you gotta do. When you go to Sarah's next, there's a chipotle aioli in that fridge.
Oh yeah, I've been
Sarah-
chomping on that.
Yeah, dude, that shit is fuego. I say I made Rachel buy it. Fire.
What's the best thing that starts with the letter A?
With the letter A.
Okay, we got ass.
Here, come back around. Let me think.
Yeah, ass is. I mean, I think ass wins that one out. I don't think there's anything better than ass. Like our earlier conversation.
What about an astronaut?
Astronaut's slightly better.
Just think about Buzz
Well-
Aldrin, man. Beating people up when people say space is fake.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought this up.
He's been doing that for years.
Oh my god, second guy to step on the moon, Buzz Aldrin. As we all know, it's a huge conspiracy that they never went on the moon.
Who was the first guy?
was gonna say-
Armstrong.
Oh, thank
Armstrong, right? Something Armstrong. I don't want to say the biker's name. I want to say the actual astronaut's name. Something Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
Neil,
Lance,
right?
You're thinking
Lance
Lance
is the
Armstrong.
biker. Neil is the guy who went on the moon.
Lance is the one with one nut. Yeah.
And Buzz Aldrin literally has socked reporters that's questioned him about the landing on the moon. He just turned around and go, "Come here, buddy."
He does the
Old man.
put him up.
Buzz Lightyear was probably named after Buzz Aldrin.
I mean, I could imagine it makes sense.
When is Disney going to make a good movie?
Disney puts out bangers, dude. Moana?
Moana.
Banger.
Well, okay.
If you're referring to Marvel, I agree. Marvel blows.
Okay, let's get on that topic because Moana is a great movie.
Lemonade Mouth.
Fire.
I love Lemonade Mouth. The soundtrack?
What's the food? What's that food fight? The something cooking challenge.
Remember in the movie Division 3?
God damn it, you're drawing me away. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
When the guy grabs the food off his lunch tray and he screams, "Food fight!" Throws it directly at this girl's face, hits her face, and nobody throws their food.
You know it's so fun. I quote that movie at least once a week.
Still?
And Moses
Yes.
didn't fly across the Black Sea on the wings of a pterodactyl.
Movies. If you're depressed, watch a movie. If you're sad, watch a movie. Right? Am I wrong though? Why does movies make you feel like you lived a different life?
I mean, you just get engaged in what's going on. You sort of put yourself into the movie.
Is that a good thing? Or do you think you're just stalling?
Both.
Stalling's good. Oh no, I messed this up.
What's your favorite movie?
Of all time?
Oh, no, this week. Yes, all time.
Probably I don't have a favorite, but I can name a really good one.
What is it?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That is a good movie.
Yeah. Something makes you feel so young, wild, and free, like you could do anything after watching that movie.
Yeah, I agree. But
What you got?
I mean, it's
Young Latina
cheesy.
gets bent over by.
Cheesy. I like Pulp Fiction though. Pulp Fiction is good, and one that I've been dying to watch is 2001: A Space Odyssey. Been dying to watch that.
Space movies, for some reason, are just always really good.
So it's funny too. So this movie was made, I think, like it was made in the '60s, but they used a type of someone end up correcting me, but it's a type of film that's like better than 4K. It's like 84 bit or some 84 something. But it's like you're watching this movie from the '60s and it's like 4K. It's insane how clear it is, how just like vivid everything is. It's brilliant.
Yeah. I'm just still stuck on how amazing movies can be, and just watching storylines
And how
visually and
bad movies can
auditorially.
be. Bad movies are what turn me off from watching any movie.
Yeah. What about music? Does bad music turn you off from listening to other music?
No. So
Why
my
do you
thing
think
is
that happened? Why do you think it's different for movies?
so my thing when exploring music, if the song doesn't catch on to me within the first like 15-20 seconds, I skip it. If it doesn't just like pop out of me 15-20 seconds, I'm done with it. Whereas a movie, it's like I feel like I have to watch an hour to really get a good grasp on, is this movie going to be good or not?
What are your top 2 or 3 albums
Top 2 or 3 albums,
ever?
all genres. Fuck. Probably I like is it 36 Chambers by Wu-Tang? Correct me. Can you correct me on that if that's what the album's called? I think it's 36 Chambers. I don't know why I can't think of it off the top of my head. My mind is just blank.
That's right.
36 Chambers. Okay. I love that album. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasies up there. I love that album. And Jimi Hendrix album. What's it called? It's not art. God damn it. I forget what the Jimi Hendrix album called. It's one with Little Wing on it.
Little Wing.
Little Wing, and there's a couple other songs on it that I fucking love. But that album in general, I love that album.
How come humans are the only species on this planet that can listen to music and gain emotion from it?
That may not be true.
That's definitely not true.
What animal can?
So even plants.
You can affect the growth rate of plants with different types of music.
Yeah. My sister did a whole 5th grade science project on it.
I'm not gonna listen to a 5th grader.
Also, it's like when I put my dog in the in his crate, I turn on music for him, calms him down, puts him to sleep. That's how like I get him in a crate. If I didn't put on music, he'd be jumping up and down, barking the whole day in his crate. So music, I feel like music affects everybody. It's a universal language. That's why they sent music up into space to communicate with aliens.
But you'll never see a dog or a plant. I mean, I don't know about plants because they just fucking sit there. But you'll never see a dog like, or, you know what I'm saying? Like listening to it, like really, really, truly enjoying it.
My uncle's dog.
Oh, yeah. But he breaks, or she breaks
Every rule of being
a dog. Can we talk about her for a moment?
Yeah, Hannah.
The best
Fucking
dog I've ever met.
Greatest dog. FSU war chant. Every time it came on his phone for his ringtone, she'd start howling to it, note by note.
This dog would sing
Incredible.
the FSU chant whenever it would hear the chant, tone for tone, fucking not growling it, but howling it. That dog was so smart.
Magnificent. Belgian Malinois.
And that she was a sheriff's dog, wasn't she? Or a military dog at first?
She was a bomb sniffing dog for the federal marshals, for air marshals.
She's more important than most of us.
Yeah, I would say she was in the top 1% of important animals on the planet.
You know when a human dies in a movie? And it's like, ah, damn.
When a
But
dog
when a dog dies
dies
in the movie, it's like, why?
Yeah, it's like, oh, this movie's over. The dog died. That was my point of interest.
Scary movies know that though, because scary movies will always have the dog barking like, "Arr, arr, 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 arr." And the dog's like,
What's
dead. It builds suspense.
what's that one movie? It was the one that generated the Annabelle doll. The Conjuring. Conjuring 1, the dog died within the first 10 minutes of the movie.
It's a great way to get you to hate a certain character really
Right away.
fast. Really, right away.
Dog just died immediately within the first like 10, 15 minutes of the movie. It sort of set to the tone.
I'm watching Ted Lasso right now on Apple TV. To skip all the boring stuff of explaining what the show's about. They so quickly within the third episode, I believe, got you to feel for Ted Lasso and kind of like be on his side by having his wife divorce him simply for just not having the same feelings she had for him. Nothing Ted did wrong, but just simply like,
Just her internal view on him. Not that he was a
Exactly.
bad person, just she didn't have the same love for him.
exactly. And it instantly puts you on the side of like, I feel bad for this guy. And I wish the best for this guy.
Because he's the best guy.
Ted Lasso is great. He's a great character. There's some, American Psycho is one of those movies.
I heard that's really fucking good.
I really like to, I'm not like him, but I really like to summon that energy whenever I have a difficult task. I like to have this like dirty, narcissistic, egotistical view on myself that I can summon into just to face a difficult task or stay in routine.
You know what's
Is
crazy?
that weird?
So, sort of on that same point, did you ever watch the Michael Jordan documentary?
Yeah.
So the NBA Finals, where they were explaining that he convinced himself that someone did something to him in order to hate them.
Yeah.
I have that complex, unfortunately, and it motivates me so much sometimes.
When do you use it?
Sometimes I'll like do it, like unfortunately I'll do it at work sometimes. Whenever like I want to be mad at someone, I'll convince, like not even for a purpose or anything like that, but it's like, man, this guy's pissed me off for no reason. Let me just in my head be like, create a fucking situation and get him, like be mad at him. But I would do it. There's a couple. I couldn't give you an exact example, but that's pretty much the only example I could really give. But that really like it boosts me at work too, because I'd be like, damn, this motherfucker's probably talking shit about me, man. Fuck, like he was saying this, that. I need to do better, and I'll just start doing better, start working harder. They make it feel like I'm proving that guy wrong. Sorry.
Hate is great fuel.
So is competition.
Yes. Competition is beautiful. I actually had a really insane thought. Let me go to this note real quick on my phone. Where is it? Where did I put it?
But to speak on that too, competition. So I'm somewhat, so the guy that mentored me at the Claremont store, I am in low key competition with him in order to get promoted. And he's been in the business for 20 something odd years. And it's sort of my motivation, because I'm like, man, I've only been in this for a year and a half, and I'm sort of in the same position he is right now in order to get promoted. So I was like, wouldn't it be a fucking crazy thing if I was the guy that got promoted over him?
There might be a reason he's been in the same position for 20 years.
Oh no, he's good. Well, he started with, no, he's not been in the same position. He's been in the field for 20 years. Like he has 20 years of knowledge in the wine, spirits, and all that kind of stuff. He's only been with ABC, I think, 4 years. But that's my motivation, is I got to beat him. But I love him to death. He's one of my favorite people, but I got to beat him.
It's got to feel good.
To backtrack, I think trauma can be a lead motivator for a lot of people. And I think people who lack trauma and lack difficulty sometimes have to summon into that mindset. Or I don't know. I feel like negative drivers are really good at
Pressure makes diamonds.
pressure makes diamonds. That's a great phrase to say. Yeah, pressure makes it. Thank you, unknown entity. This guy is like on a roll.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie.
I'm trying over here.
Oh my God. I was watching a Joe Rogan podcast, and this guest on Joe Rogan's podcast just would not get Jamie's name right the entire episode. And he would say a different name every time he fucking looked over. It was Andrew Dice Clay.
I don't know who that is.
Comedian, just legendary comedian, kind of an asshole. He was on Joe Rogan, and he'd call Jamie a different name every like 30 minutes. Like, hey, Joseph, look at. And then Joe one time got kind of, he's like, it's Jamie. It's Jamie. Like his name's Jamie. You know how Joe Rogan calls it, how he sees it.
I didn't know Jamie was a guy. I'll be 100% honest. I didn't.
You thought he was a girl?
Yeah. I don't watch. I just see clips of Rogan. I don't listen to him.
Jamie's a co-ed name, so no shame on you.
Yeah.
I always thought Jamie was really young
Yeah, and he's old.
because Joe Rogan often refers to him as like a young man or this young guy over here, but
He literally calls him young Jamie.
he's like in his 40s or something, I think.
Damn. Well, younger than Rogan though.
Right.
Yeah.
But I saw a clip from Rogan the other day that made me fucking laugh. Have you seen the one about the gay Canadian couple?
No, but this sounds great already.
It was so fucking. It was pretty much this gay Canadian couple had had twins or something like that. Somehow got twins, and they wanted to get the one of the baby's citizenship in the United States. And he was talking about them getting denied. He was like, "Damn right." Joe Rogan said this. He's like, "Damn right. Send them back over the border, those fucking terrorists." And it was so fucking funny. I have to send it to you after this, but it's hilarious. It catches me off guard. The guy was sitting there like, my jaw dropped. I was like, he did not just say that. It's so funny.
I'm sure did he rebuttal right after? Like, was he being
he was being really like satirical.
Yeah.
But you could tell he was drunk too. So I was like, holy fuck. I was like, is his intrusive thoughts just taking over?
I'm looking forward to having a studio that's cigar friendly, where I could just get drunk, plastered, and smoke cigars with like comedians or just funny people in general.
Yeah.
Like ourselves, and just fucking kick back and record podcasts that cigar.
Nica Rustica.
What'd you call me?
That's the kind of cigar it is.
Oh.
Nicaraguan broadleaf. That shit's fire.
Well, you're just a wealth of knowledge. That's very
What size did
dare
you
I
get?
say autistic?
That's like my favorite $7 cigar out there. That stuff.
The price.
It's beautiful. It's $6.99.
That one was $4.99
Ooh, they lowered the price.
at
ABC.
yeah.
Fire.
This smells a little bit like cat.
So that's actually I think that's a Florida sun grown. So it's a little bit lighter tasting and a little it's so fucking good.
Tell me this doesn't smell like an animal shelter though. Give it a good sniff and
Animal
really tell me.
shelter.
Just tell me.
The description said robust and spicy.
I'm gonna
It's so
smoke it
good.
and love it, but tell me it smells like an animal shelter, please.
I see where you're coming from, but it doesn't smell like it smells like tobacco leaf. It smells more like a Java chip than a animal shelter.
You know what's the biggest thing? The biggest thing in my childhood was Minecraft. And you never played Minecraft like that.
No, if you checked if like we had lifetime stats like above our head, I would probably have maybe 5 hours played total.
If you could, would you want to know when you're going out?
Fuck no.
Okay, good.
Fuck no.
I mean, there's an easy answer to that, but you'll be surprised how many people answer that they would.
yeah, I mean,
Be like, what?
some people want to know, and to me that's just fucking weird. Like, what if you're like, yeah, I want to know, and all of a sudden your clock shows up and it's tomorrow? Then you're like, oh fuck, I'm out of time. Then you're just gonna sit in your house because you're scared of what's gonna happen out there. You'll be living in fear.
That'd be a great thumbnail and title for the podcast, like right now, if that did happen. My last podcast. Fake tears.
Farewell episode.
Yeah.
Would you like to know how, if not when?
No,
Fair.
because I've heard so many like different ways people describe this like argument, and it's like if it's like, oh, I got hit by a bus, I wouldn't drive.
What if it just said, what if you actually said yes to that and they told you how and when, and it said natural causes 98? And you're just like, okay, so you're a god, technically, because they told you when and how you're going to die, so you could never die. So technically, now that you know that information, if that information's set in stone, you could jump off buildings and land and be fine.
Well, I feel like that's just tricking fate at that point.
The fate, trick,
Not tricking fate. What is it? Tempting fate?
Escaping fate?
Yeah. Would you want to live to 98?
Depending on how healthy I am. I think there's some 90-year-olds out there that are like walking still and they're pretty good.
I think even those 90-year-olds though are in some type of mental or physical pain, man.
When I get old enough to where I'm scared to take a shower by myself, I don't really want to be alive anymore.
Yeah.
But
Or I need
that's
someone to help me like get out of bed or wipe or something like that.
Oh
bro.
God, if I can't wipe my own ass, damn, I don't want that.
True. But I think there's a small portion of time where you can't wipe your own ass. It's a small portion of time until you're gone.
But that small portion of time to me is just a waste of time. Just get it over with.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? It's like we have an option. What are we gonna do? Die earlier on purpose?
Well, they're coming to that. It's not. They don't consider it euthanasia. Assisted suicide.
Yeah, they're trying to get that approved over here, aren't they?
Isn't it legal in some countries already?
Mhm.
Yeah. Amsterdam. There's like suicide booths, I think.
I did a project once where we had to come up with an invention, and then everybody in the grade for that class would vote for the best one, and my partner and I made a suicide booth, and it won out of the entire grade.
I hope you were like 7
No,
with those kind of thoughts.
it was high school.
Like your teacher just goes, "Whoa, like what's going on at home?"
It was a joke because I didn't want to do the project, so I did it out of spite, and somehow we beat every other invention.
I bet every other invention. Like what grade was it?
9th or 10th.
I bet like every other invention was like a nut scratcher or like something stupid that a 15, 16-year-old thinks is like the funniest shit ever.
It was for AP Human Geography, I think.
I bet there was like a language translator, ear chips, stuff like that. People were probably like, "That's genius."
How have we not mastered jetpacks yet? Is that not like a given? A human flying. Flight. It's the most insane idea. Flight. Why have we not mastered? We've mastered so many things. How come we haven't been able to fly?
I think the efficiency of it is probably why people don't do it or like haven't created it. You gotta think, first of all, it's like from a marketing standpoint, how large is the market of people that'd be able to afford a jetpack?
Exactly.
Yeah, at the beginning, but then you make it yeah.
So then from that point you go, okay, of those people, how many are gonna have serious injuries that they could sue us for?
True.
How many people are gonna die from that? How many people are gonna have this issue? How many people are gonna have that issue? Then you realize it's not a profitable thing at all.
Once we can manipulate gravity, that might be a thing.
Yeah, in a magnetic, probably field way where there's no propulsion system. It's more so just
Like a gravitational field.
right.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you. I've been
Shoot.
cooking up this question. It's really hard to explain, but it's sort of like, what's the smallest, most insignificant thing in your life, but to you is the biggest flex? Like you were super proud about this, of something in your life, but it is so insignificant. It doesn't affect others. It truly doesn't affect your life at all, but it is to you a huge flex.
Do you have an answer already?
I do have an answer.
Hit it.
I have 40 likes on my Spotify playlist. To me, that is huge. Because you got to think about it. Like, how many likes do you have on your Spotify playlist?
0.
I
0.
didn't go around sharing my Spotify playlist either. Somehow people found my playlist through Spotify, liked it, and added it to their playlist list. To me, that's a huge flex.
Yeah, I mean, that is a huge flex. Because having good music taste is like, oh, you're better than everyone else. That's the thing. It's like if you have great music taste, no matter what I'm better than you at, you have better music taste than me.
Like
so you're a default better than me.
Like
you're default better than me.
It's the biggest compliment when someone gets kicked off the aux at the party and goes, "Hey, give the aux to so and so."
Right.
And you're just like, oh, me? I'm like, yeah, give me that.
Because you can make the people feel something.
Yeah.
When you know music,
it's like you've been reading the room the whole night. You understand that these people hate this music. You're like, dude, I got the remedy to get this party fucking started.
Is that why people become DJs?
Yeah. I feel like
I would assume so.
DJing has to be a good feeling though.
Oh.
Imagine in front of a crowd playing music that you enjoy in specific manners, and everybody's just like, "Oh my god!" Like, bro, that has to be an insane amount of dopamine that's released in yourself.
I saw
Top 5 feelings.
it was a clip of Skrillex a couple years ago playing Bangarang at one of the festivals, and the whole place was just hopping and rocking. I was like, holy shit.
That's gotta feel good. That's gotta feel good. My biggest flex that other people would think is weird has to be that my chest hair forms in a circle. So my entire life I've been exfoliating my chest like this with soap bars or brushes, whatever I'm using. And so my chest hair grows in a circle like this and out and spirals outwards. And that's when I take my shirt off, you can see it visibly, and it's my biggest flex.
Interesting.
You have chest hair that probably goes like this, maybe that. I have chest hair that goes like this.
I mean, mine's sort of like, it's like a V right here.
It's not a spiral, is it?
No, I mean, I guess it didn't aspire to get a spiral. I don't have good looking boobs enough to have that spiral. If I had the spiral, it would look fucking weird.
You know, boob guys are weird.
do you
Boob
mean?
guys? Boob guys.
It's guys that weren't breastfed,
Guys that weren't breastfed are boob guys.
like myself.
He's a boob guy.
I don't think I was breastfed. I'm not a boob guy.
I wasn't breastfed either, and I'm not a boob guy. But I think it's 1 in 3. 1 in 3. That's the statistic.
That's a statistic right now.
In the case
Oh,
study.
I wouldn't call myself a boob guy. By the way, who's
Right. PJ, bleep out both times. PJ, bleep out when I first said the name, and
no.
bleep out when he reinstated the name, because he's an unknown entity.
Damn.
Can I say Ryan? Should I say Ryan? Is that okay? He's a boob guy, ain't he?
Ryan, a boob guy?
He's all about the big old bitties.
But I feel like that's all country guys. Country guys is what's going on up front, not what's in the back.
That's so
Am I
respectable,
wrong?
though. Like, that's that's really respectable. Like, I'm gonna look at your face and your boobs and love you. Not the hips or the butt. You gotta admit. I don't know. That's pretty beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. Country guys are holding it down for, a lot of women.
I guess I don't understand where you're going with this.
Neither do I.
You're just going.
But I mean, they're holding it down.
Oh, here we go. Have you seen? Do you know? I think it's called the La Lemma. race.
Lemma.
Have you seen that? So there's this. I don't know the exact specifics of it because I never knew about it before this past week. But it's this international race that happens in France, and it's a bunch of like exotic cars, like Paganis, McLarens, and all that kind of stuff. The United States is sending a Camaro out there, and it's called the Garage 56. Whenever you get the chance, look it up.
Dope.
It's this souped up Camaro from NASCAR that is, I think they said 500 pounds lighter than the average NASCAR. And when they did the lap tests before the race, whenever it is this week, 3 seconds faster than every car on that track.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's like exotic, like Paganis and, like I said, McLarens. There's probably, I don't know if there's probably Ferraris out there, faster than all of them. They somehow made this fucking Camaro with fucking fenders, like cool ass fender flares and all that kind of stuff, faster than all those cars. You see it? It's sick.
I'm still surprised.
And Jimmy Johnson's driving it.
That's a real name.
Jimmy Johnson? Yeah, he's like one of the greatest NASCAR racers of all time.
Does he own Jimmy John's by chance?
Nope, different guy. Different guy.
Yeah, that's impressive. I'm really surprised people still buy Ford Mustangs. Like, people spend a lot of money on Ford Mustangs to be a part of a group that nobody likes.
I wish I understood the hype for a Mustang. It doesn't. If I want a muscle car, I want it to symbolize a muscle car. Nothing about a Mustang screams muscle car to me.
not anymore?
Not anymore. Like obviously back in the day when they looked like Challengers.
Exactly.
Even the last Mustang body I liked was I liked the Fox body. Obviously that didn't really resemble muscle, but I liked that a lot. And then I think it was like the 2007 one with the headlights and the grill. I really liked those. Other than that, now it just looks like a shark with wheels.
People spend $50,000 to $60,000 on them. So speaking of right? Subscribe. Subscribe. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
You know what I mean?
Maybe comment too.
You could. If you are
Share.
What? Download?
Download. Put watch later.
What? Yeah,
Watch later.
Do both.
Yeah.
Maybe even enjoy.
Possibly enjoy.
That's the toughest one, though. That is the toughest one. Or maybe just press play, put it on repeat, go to work.
Right.
Get us 4 views.
Leave it on. Maybe, you know what? Actually, maybe we should end this episode. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Do everything that we said you probably should do. This is the West Slap. This is a slap of the week. We had Mr. Kyle Baker on and we were talking our shit. I'm a little bit still drunk. The fact that I worded that way means I'm drunk. We're going to smoke cigars, play chess, and touch each other. Let me not say touch each other. Peace.